Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I am your host, Perry. I'm coming to you live in 1080p, and with me this week, directly across the table from me, it's Eric, the Whiskey Mutant Smith. He is back and better than ever. Eric, hey, man.
It's me.
It's really nice to look you in the eye.
I'm the problem. It's me. It is me, in person.
We're here. We're actually sitting down together, which is just such a nice change of pace from
it just feels right.
What we've been doing in the over
it's
the
just
past
the energy.
month or
it's
so.
Just like the closeness.
So, and I don't know, because I truly forget just about everything that we record after I stop recording and after I finish editing. Even though, I do listen to these episodes basically 2 or 3 times, and then it just leaves my brain.
When you're editing, though, you probably what to listen for that needs to be cut and stuff. So you're like, cut that. What do you say? That's all right. Stuff like that.
Something's humming. Do you hear that?
Is it this?
I think it's the fan. Yeah, it's the fan.
It was kind of close to
Is it on the table? Oh, it's on your mic. It's on your mic stand.
The mic stand is on the fan.
Oh, sorry. Well, this audio is unlistenable. There we go.
Hello?
That's much better.
Okay.
That's nice and clean.
Well, Patreon. Be sure to check out the pregame stuff where the mic stand was on the fan.
The entire time, and neither of us realized it until we got to the main episode.
That bad.
I don't think so either. I'll tell you what else is not bad.
Looking you in the eyes.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Well, what's even better than that is that the entire month of November and throughout the first couple of weeks of December as well, we are partnering with our new friends at splash.org to raise money for clean water and for ways for underprivileged folks around the world to have access to clean water for sanitation as well. They go the whole 9 yards. If you want to learn more about them, you can check them out at splash.org. We have our donation link in the description of this episode. It will be in the description of everything that we do up until, it'll be there for a while. So you can check that out. We're going to have some kind of raffle or randomizer or something towards the end of the month, or at the end of the month, at the end of our fundraising period, to give away some exclusive Timbip things.
Yeah.
Like bottles, like samples. Pairings. Probably some merch as well. You're going to give me away.
Yeah, it's like one of those things on the old sitcoms where, like Saved by the Bell, where they would raise money and they would what is it? The auction. They would auction a date with the boys and the girl. I was like, what is this? Do people really do this?
This feels
stuff?
like slavery somehow.
I mean, $1,000 for Jesse Spano, baby. Oh, here's Kelly. Oh, take that back. I want
to give it what the heck, man?
Tiffany Amber Thiessen, $1 million.
Way to bury the lead.
Yeah.
We almost got to interview Tiffany at Bourbon and Beyond a couple years ago. I did.
I wouldn't have made it
because she was there as a chef.
I wouldn't have made it there.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Anyway, splash.org/Timbip is where you can support the cause. Again, it's going to be splash.org/TIMBP, and that link is in the description below. We'll get into socials and whatnot here in just a bit, but also, y'all probably know it at this point, so do I really need to say it up top?
Say it.
Fine. You can follow us at My Bourbon Pod and at Whiskey Mutant. You can support the show at patreon.com/My Bourbon Podcast for as little as $1 a month. $5 a month gets you bonus content. We just finished up the season finale for season 3, of Pours from the Floor, where we clear out some bottles from Eric's collection because his wife is mad at him for having so many bottles and so many bottles that are almost empty.
It's true. She's like, this should be thrown away. No, there's at least an ounce less
There's
than that.
stuff left in it, babe.
No! All right, we made a whole show for it.
Yeah, we did. We made content because that's how it goes. And that means that next week we're going to be bringing back Simply Irresistible, which is where I go through a bunch of samples that I have on retainer that people have sent to me, and I just have failed to actually do anything with it because we got a lot of stuff that we go through, a lot of stuff that gets consumed. So you can go check that out as well. We got a couple new designs. Hopefully something new is going to be up as well at bourbonshop.threadless.com. There's a sale going on as well with the Whiskey Mutant Shopify page too. WM25. Eric wants to get rid of that merch so we can get some new merch.
New shit. Let's go.
There you go.
Yeah. Thanks.
Let's do it. We normally start episodes out with Flying Blind or Sips and Snacks. I got a Flying Blind for you.
I got a Flying Blind for you. Double Flying Blind.
That's what happens when we get back together.
Yes.
Double blind.
Starting November off right.
Yeah, happy Turkey Month, everybody. Oh, I say that, but like we had an episode that came out
on the first.
On the beginning of Turkey Month. Well, the second, but still, yeah. All right, I need you to give me a glass.
I need you to give me a nice glass.
And a what?
Remember when I dropped that Glen last night on the live?
You knocked it off your table.
Yeah, it cracked. Didn't shatter.
Did you have to throw it away?
But it's non-usable.
And round it goes. We forgot about that through line. We had a through line joke that we were going to make, but we started doing it at the beginning, like before we ever started recording.
Yeah.
And here we are.
We actually made a song that only us would think was funny.
And I got to be honest with you, I don't remember the melody.
Something round and round it goes. That's all I remember. It was fun while it lasted.
It was, and now I can't remember any of it. All right, so my blind for you is on my left, and yours is on my right.
Okay. My blind is right on, and your blind is left.
Okay.
No, wait. The one I poured is on my right.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
Is that what I mean? Left, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me left, you right.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
In my head.
All right.
Okay, which is the one you poured?
Mine was on.
This is mine that you poured for me.
And this is mine that I poured for me.
Okay, let's do that one.
Okay.
All right. Oh. That
it smells
like Old Turkey.
Okay.
Not actually like old Thanksgiving turkey I'm talking about.
It smells like rotted turkey that's been sitting in my fridge after Thanksgiving for 3 weeks. I'll make a sandwich next week, tomorrow. It'll be fine.
It's almost like bake. It's like wild turkey with a little bit of extra orange notes in there. What are you doing?
I'm just adjusting some settings.
I'm adjusting myself. That smells so good.
Our waveforms were a little big, but we can still hear ourselves just as well.
It's about time my waveforms got big. They're always so small.
Oh, no.
That pill's finally been working. Oh, baby, what is that? That's one of those cream savers, but it's like part of the cream saver is cherry and part of it is orange. And there's this like vanilla, cherry, and orange just swirling around.
I think it goes a little lemony.
I could see that, a little citrus.
Yeah. I also think it goes a little bit
rock and roll.
Sour is what I was going to say.
Sour?
A little bit.
Like tart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I will be shocked if you are able to guess what this is.
Oh, Lord.
But I am willing to give you the 20 questions chance.
Oh, okay.
To find out if you would be so inclined.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I will count my questions here.
All right. You know you have fingers, right?
I can't do that. I don't have 20 fingers. Listen.
You can't round over?
No.
All right, fair enough. Question 1.
Is this from Kentucky?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay. Question 2. Is this a rye bourbon?
It is not a rye bourbon.
Is it a weeded bourbon?
It is a weeded bourbon.
Yes.
That's now
That's 4.
Yeah.
Is this Heaven Hill?
This is not Heaven Hill.
Is this Makers?
It is not Makers.
Is this Wilderness Trail?
This is not Wilderness Trail.
Buffalo Trace?
Yes.
See, I was going to say that first, and I thought you were we were still being mad.
Well, I am still mad, but this didn't, I didn't buy this.
Okay.
I was given this sample.
So it's a
Buffalo Trace can still suck it.
Yeah, they can suck a big one. So this is a Weller?
No.
This is Pappy?
This is Pappy.
Oh, what? What am I on 10? Pappy 10?
No.
Pappy 12? Suck it, whoever's going, it ain't Pappy until it's 15. I'm just saying. Pappy 23?
No.
20.
20.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know how many questions. I was on like 12.
This is from Tony Bag of Donuts.
What?
He had a 2021 Van Winkle 20 year that he brought to Chad and Sarah's meetup.
Wow.
And that bottle got killed.
It better have.
It did not make it.
I feel like if you're going to bring a big boy bottle like that, everybody there needs to just not make it. It needs to be killed.
You weren't even there.
I wasn't even there.
And you got to partake in it.
That's amazing.
Now, I have had Van Winkle 20 before. And the general consensus as well from those of us who have been fortunate enough to try it is that this is a slightly off-profile bottle in that it goes a little bit weird.
I can see that.
But I got to be honest with you, I still enjoy it.
I like the weirdness on
I
this.
do too.
Yeah, because of weeder, I don't normally... Sorry, I think that's good. I don't normally get like orangey and like citrusy in a weeded bourbon.
No, but I do find that a little bit more with the Buffalo Trace weeded products.
I can see that. The cherry and vanilla for sure.
That being said, go buy Maker's Mark Cast Strength instead.
Yeah, that being said, go out and grab you a 20-year Pappy on the shelf right now. I signed up on my Total Wine thing.
Oh, crap, I got to do that.
You got time. It's like till December.
Okay.
It's got all the Pappies and stuff in it. But, oh my God, thank you, Tony.
Yeah, man.
And thank you for getting this sample before it was gone.
He was the one that suggested it.
Yes.
I only had so much to do with it.
Man.
I had to pour it, and I had to bring it to you, and then you drank it.
I love making sweat with Tony.
Do you now?
Yeah. Yeah. Right in the back of a donut shop.
Yeah. Anyway, my voice cracked. That's how uncomfortable I was over that comment.
You can say all you want to about the origin of his name, but I know the real origin. I got all up in that bag of donuts.
You know what I'm just now realizing too?
What?
I think that might have been the first time we had proper Pappy Van Winkle on the podcast.
Yeah, I brought Old Rip on once. We'd had Old Rip
and we've reviewed Rip Van Winkle 10 as well. But that was the first time that we've ever actually had Pappy on the podcast.
Damn. Old Pappy.
Old Pappy. Old Pappy Van Winkle.
This last little drop.
There you go.
Thanks, Tony.
It's all because of you, Baggy.
Tasty.
All right. Now, what swill did you bring me?
Fuck.
I'm kidding. I bet it's great.
I've never had this before.
Really?
Yes.
Have I ever had this before?
I don't know. This was a sample I got sent from our friend Whiskey Morgue. Sent me a little care package, and he put this sample in there. And I was like, let's drink it today. Let's do it blind.
Okay. I haven't smelled it. Okay. I haven't tasted it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start my 20 questions.
Let's do it.
Is this a Canadian whiskey?
No.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Is this a Maker's Mark private barrel select?
No.
Because it smells like mocha straight up, man.
Oh, my gosh, it does.
I hate to throw a guess out that early.
It's not, but oh, my. That is chocolate, coffee, and barrels.
That's hot chocolate coffee that you would drink when it's the coldest time right before Christmas.
Let me pull something up here because he posted about it, and I need to see the picture. There we go. Okay. You see that?
I can't see it.
Okay.
I'm also not looking.
Oh,
that smells amazing. I mean, that is like, if it's not a 5, it's like a 4.5 on the nose.
Ooh, that palate. That's bonkers. That's Hershey chocolate now.
It's Hershey dark chocolate.
Okay. Yeah. Cocoa.
But a lower percentage of dark chocolate.
Yeah, like one you can tolerate.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. All right, you got to keep going here.
All right. Rye bourbon.
I'm assuming. It doesn't really say. But I'm assuming it is.
Okay. High rye bourbon.
Probably. Has to be.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Indiana bourbon.
Yes. I don't know if you're going to actually guess the label. You know where, you just said where it's sourced from.
I mean, part of me kind of wants to say it's Remus.
I mean,
part of me almost wants to say it's the Gatsby Reserve.
It's not, but it's probably the same stuff they use.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if I can get the actual label.
Yeah, I don't know if you would be able to guess the label. I think let's go year. We got some training. You got to start training.
Year, like how old it is?
Mm-hmm. I do know that. And I know the proof. I know the year. And I obviously know the name of the label.
It's dry. I feel like it's creeping into like that 12 to 15 year territory.
No. Half of that.
6 year?
Yes. 6 years old. I know. That's why I'm like, how is this 6 years old?
Is it the proof? Is that what's doing it?
What do you think the proof is?
128.
What's 58%?
126? Wait, no, 116.
116. So 116.
Wait, what did you say the percentage was?
58.
116.
Yeah.
So, 10 off, but I mean, that's still pretty good. 6 years, 116 proof. Is it finished?
Mm-mm. Nope. Like I said, I don't think we've never had this label. I don't think.
Oh, I have no idea then. I mean, because the next thing I was going to ask is Old Scout.
Yeah, it's Red Line. Yeah. Red Line.
I don't know anything about that.
Red Line straight bourbon whiskey, distilled in Indiana. 116 proof, barrel 151. Cast strength, aged for 6 years. He said Red Line Bourbon have managed to achieve the same thing by sourcing juice we are familiar with, but adding their unique touch with aging techniques and finishing. I'm a firm believer that Indiana juice really comes to life at the 5 year mark. The 6 year single barrel is everything I love about traditional bourbon profile, elevated to another level. And he paired that with Night of the Living Dead. But yeah, like this thing tastes like it's 12 to 13 years
No,
old.
I wouldn't believe you that it was younger than 10 years if I had to have this in a blind.
Right. But I'm unfamiliar with Redline.
Me too. But now I think we
Now I want more.
need to have more and pursue.
I want more Redline. We'll look into the Redline now. Morg, thank you. Wow. What a
Stupid.
flying blind.
Heck of a flying blind, man.
Jesus.
I mean, between the two, I kind of feel like I like the red line a little bit better.
I mean, if I'm going to like take a big pour of something and just like be like,
Oh, it
this,
would be the red line,
Yeah.
but even still, I mean, it's not every day you get to have Pappy.
it's true.
So it's a good day.
Happy 20 and a 6-year MGP that tastes like it's 13 years old.
Yeah. Special day. Good day.
Yeah, I like it.
We're going to get into more of why today is a
Pours from friends. These are
sweet,
Yeah.
special, bittersweet kind of day, too, once we get up to the review. But in the meantime, do you want to tell people what we've been drinking recently? Because we have a joint what we've been drinking recently
we do.
as well.
Yeah.
After last night's live stream.
Old fashions.
Old fashions.
Yes.
So before I get to talking about the results of it, I had a little bit of each of them left, and I threw them together in the same glass after we got done with the stream.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Bad idea.
It was so gross, man.
I was still drinking on that Blanton's and Coke Zero that I had.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. I mean, you know,
yeah.
bad vibes aside. Different conversation. I could, there was something about the Coke of it all that, like, it just wasn't vibing with me.
Yeah.
So I just had to move back over to some neat, some neat bourbon.
So, are you going to say the results?
Yeah, I guess we can.
If you're following
You know.
along on the YouTube.
You already kind of know, but we did the 91 to 100 proof round, and we had Old Forester 1910, Elijah Craig, Early Times Bottled and Bond, and Knob Creek Small Batch. And there might be a FedEx truck outside.
There is a truck outside or a lawnmower
Yeah.
and doggies.
Which means that I will probably have to run out and grab our package that is arriving for us.
For us, you know what this is? Oh, shit.
All right, be right back.
All right, Patreon, it's just me and you, baby.
2 weeks in a row, the
I know, right?
Mutant Minute. And I'm back.
And he's motherfucking back.
This is... Maybe we'll have to crack it open and give a little bit of a first impression as well. If I can cut a straight line and not injure myself.
I don't feel like working right now. I ain't got my suture kit. Unboxing. Adults unboxing. Widow Jane. It's that time of the year again. Thanks for your interest in this, the latest release in our seasonal series, The Vaults.
You gonna keep talking?
Yeah. Releases of The Vaults are highlighted by intense flavors, including those imparted by the specific wood in which
baby.
it was finished. That is dark.
Baby.
Each installment of The Vaults has explored a different finishing wood from various regions with different amounts of air seasoning to the staves.
That actually landed on the chair.
Oh my
That
god.
landed perfectly.
Kobe. RP, baby. The Vault's 2022 release is finished in casks raised from Missouri Ozark oak
Interesting.
that had been air seasoned for 3 years. The tight grain oak delivers hints of vanilla I'm not going to read that. That's tasting notes. This on top of the extra old bourbons in the final whiskey, a mix of higher than usual proof and a traditional yet intense bourbon palate makes for a truly unique sipping experience. And then there's a bunch of other stuff about blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
There's some emails, some numbers. Hope you enjoy with friends and family. Sincerely, Widow Jane Distillery.
Thanks, Widow Jane. I guess we'll have to do a full review on this before too long, but in the meantime, these are some fresh crack first impressions, about as fresh as you can get it.
Right out of the mail.
Right out of the box. 14 years. I think it's a 98 proof as well. Wait until you pour it up.
I just poured it all over myself. I'm like, yeah, let me see what it says. 49.5%. 99 proof.
99.
Batch 1, bottle 1869, 2022 release. Age 14 years, a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys.
Boy, howdy, what a way to come back into recording in person together again.
Distilled in Indiana and Tennessee. So, MGP and DeKalb.
If I remember correctly, last year's Vaults release also was Indiana and Tennessee. But I think that one was 15 years. Oh, that smells so good.
That smells like a bakery.
There is and I feel
chocolate cake. That smells like the chocolate cake batter when it's in the oven.
I can see that. I was actually going to say that with some of these like older releases, older products, I wind up getting a little bit more of like an oatmeal
I can see that
thing going on.
Yeah. Like, it's not like chocolate icing. It's like the cake. Like the cake before you ice it. Like it's a chocolate cake. It's almost like chocolate bread. It smells like chocolate bread.
What? Huh?
That hit me right on the tip of my tongue with something. That coats my entire tongue right there. That is cigar-y and chocolate.
Let me see that paper.
Chocolate cigar.
No price on there.
Perry's like, I need 3 more.
Well, no. I need to know what the price of this is.
I'm going to guess.
Because I can't remember from last year.
$150. I'm going to guess.
That's my guess as well.
And I wouldn't be mad at that.
$250 a bottle.
This is a $250 bottle. Full bottle.
It is so decadent, though.
Oh, it's good.
Is it not?
It's good.
I mean, like if we're going by, $10 per year to $140, every like layer of flavor feels like this is worth it to me. I mean, this is a limited release that I would be.
It tastes and smells every bit like a ultra premium.
This is so good, man.
Wow. It smells amazing. And it hits every... Okay, I'm kind of on this tongue thing right now because of Dixon. I know that didn't sound right. When I talked to Dixon, he was telling people about how he does his whole spiel in his tastings about different parts of your tongue getting different spices and stuff like that. But yeah, this thing hits the front palate, it hits the mid, it hits the sides, and it's like a roller coaster of a pour. It's chocolate, it's cigar-y, it's kind of bakery, it's got a good rice like finish and stuff like that. Like
something stabbed me. Sorry.
Oh,
It felt like a piece of
Art's
like
clown.
a piece of glass.
Right behind you. He keeps popping up.
So this is last year's.
Oh, damn.
This one was 15 years old.
Okay. Clean this glass out. That red line, man. I gotta talk to Mike.
We need some red line.
I need to know more.
I need some red line mainlined.
Main line, right to the main vein. All right. Now we had this.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. Is this the same type of barrel?
No, it's different.
Okay.
And it should tell you on that back label, too.
A marriage of bourbons aged a minimum of 15 years. Assembled in unique Adirano oak. Here, just read it. I can't read words that are like that.
Painstakingly selected and assembled in unique Adirondack oak casks.
Adirondack. I was going to butcher that.
Like Adirondack, like the specific type of chairs, like they're that metal black chair, or like outdoor furniture.
I know that.
You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't know that's the word.
That's what it's called. Yeah,
okay.
Adirondack. Adirondack oak from the pristine forests of northernmost New York State is the perfect finish to these extraordinary bourbons, whose intensity of flavor will delight even the most discerning palate. Pretty similar copy on the back of the 14 as well. That 15
Indiana
is
and Tennessee. So
that they're different animals.
Yeah, they're completely different.
There's something about the two of these side by side that makes me feel like they would work really well as a split base for a cocktail, like using, an ounce of each or 2 ounces of each or whatever for an old fashioned.
Oh, you brought it back around. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's where my brain is right now too. But don't you agree, though? I mean, like, it has something going on with it that so feels like they kind of complement each other. Yeah. So the 14-year is the fourth release of the Widow Jane Vaults series. I'm a fan so far, man.
Yeah.
This is a great fall bourbon.
Yeah.
Too. We'll get into a review of this before too long.
Yeah, I'm already excited to do a proper on that one.
Next week?
Sure.
Let's do it. As long as I don't...
You better save some of that mother.
I'm going to save some of it, but hey, I don't have a whole lot of 14-year-old bottles in my collection.
I have one 14-year-old, like an actual child.
Well, that's not really considered a collection.
That's true. I'm just
item.
One and done. No, I'm 3 and done.
You know when people say, like, I've talked about this before on the podcast, but, they're like, oh, do you want kids? And then the respondent goes, yeah, I want one of each.
One of each?
Like,
that's the response.
Like it's a collector?
Yeah.
Like
I want to be I want to have the full collection. I want a husband. I want me to be the wife. I want a boy and I want a girl.
Yeah, but you know what I mean though. Like it's a weird sentiment to be like, yeah, I want to make sure I got the whole set. We gonna get us fish. We gonna get us a snake. We gonna get us a little bird that sits in the corner and says the potty words that I say when my husband ain't around.
And then he repeats what I said to the little pool boy that came over.
And I go, my husband calls me out on it, and I say, honey, you know that's something Jeremy would say. That's a Jeremy phrase. Jeremy's saying stuff like that when he's around. And then my husband says, why's Jeremy coming in the house? And I'm saying, well, sometimes he got to pee. You want him to pee in the pool?
Well, hell yeah, that's where I pee.
So, anyways, that's why Mies and Daryl separated.
So that's why I had to go find me another husband to get a daughter with, because I already had 4 boys. with him.
And we got eight more of them suckers, so I still ain't figured out what's going on.
I still ain't completed my collection.
In fact, I'm going to
still Pokemoning it up.
I'm
here.
going to the flea market to try to sell some of them off.
I'm trying to make a buck here so I can get my full collection of stuff. I lost the snake. I gotta have the snake for the picture. It's not complete till all of them are together in one picture.
I can't see the garden for the snake.
That's what they always said. That's why I got so many kids. No,
honey,
I saw the snake before the garden. That's why I got so many kids.
You told me you's gonna pare that back because it looks better that way. And I said, you know what, darling? Sometimes it's just better to just go au naturel.
I saw that snake and I said, let's make some kids. And I'm still trying to make that girl.
And you know what he said? He said this. Never mind. Anyway.
Pager on it. You got all that.
No, this is going straight to the main episode.
The snake?
The whole thing.
The whole snake? All the skin?
Anyway.
We're still talking about what we've been drinking.
Yeah, we're still in that segment. Anyway, early times is moving on to the next round.
My favorite of the night was 1910 in an old fashioned. Getting back to everything. I ran up to Justin's House of Bourbon and saw our friend Dixon. Got some bottles signed. Got some another 2XO, which $99.
Is that what it was at Justin's?
Yes.
Good.
I was very happy with that.
How much do you want to bet that Dixon saw that they had it at $150 and he goes, if you price it at that, I'm going to walk?
I don't know.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
Like, it had to have been a thing where he said,
Right.
this is not right.
Either way, $99.
Yeah.
Got another bottle. So now I've got my signed bottle, which I'm going to keep just because support of Dixon. I got the bottle I opened. So I had a...
My problem is that my open bottle is already getting to the point where it should be finished. So
I had a pretty big pour of it there. Like, I just got a pour. So talked to Dixon, gave him some cupcakes. Our friend Mosick was there, and he had bottles. Like, I'm like, Mosick's here, and he brought a bag of bottles.
of course he did.
Of course he did. So I had one of the best MGP bourbons I've ever had. A Blonde Brothers.
Oh, that old Fangled Nodder.
Fangled
bourbon.
Nodder. It's like
whatever.
12 years old. Oh my gosh. So good. I had a couple of things that I technically am not allowed to say what they are.
Who from?
Him.
From Dixon?
No. They were bottles.
From Mosick?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't say what they are. What are you doing? I had some Heaven Hill products that were over 20 years old. Oh my gosh, you're putting him on the line. You're putting him on the podcast right now?
Yeah.
He's probably selling a house.
Hello, this is Moffitt Togerick with Bluegrass Home Group.
I guess I can say whatever I want to.
He texted me and said, can I call you later?
Just say, hey, it was good seeing Dixon.
We'll see what he says.
It's good seeing Dixon.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him since Whiskey Weekend.
Yeah. We did a jersey exchange.
Oh, really?
Have you not seen it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God.
Fine, I'll go watch it right now.
Go to Dixon's page. He posted it.
Justin's House of Bourbon in Lexington, the
Wait.
release with Dixon. But these are his pancakes. The cupcake, chocolate, vanilla inside, very simple, just like Dixon. So, 2XL here. Whiskey Mutant on Instagram. And I put a little heart on there. Love you.
Can I get like an XOXOXO kind of thing?
Yeah, those are kids. Dixon on. XO. I'm going to do XXX. Oh. Then X. There you go. Just
I'll swap over to the pic there. Look, we traded jerseys.
Dude, that is...
People were in there like, what the heck is going on right now? This guy has snack cakes at this bourbon release?
unbelievable. Just absolutely fantastic. Man, I miss being able to hang out with Dixon whenever I want to.
Oh, that would,
Like,
can you imagine being able to just your neighbors with Dixon?
well, it wasn't that. It was that, it was pretty much a given that if I sent him a text, he would be around Harrodsburg.
Well, yeah, he was always at the inn or doing
Yeah.
stuff there. Now he's all over the world.
But the good thing is, I mean, that's slowing down for him soon. So we should try to work out a day where you and I go and do like a holiday special at the inn,
Please.
with him.
Please.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
I want that. I want that to be my Christmas present. Don't let me down.
Okay.
Make me a happy boy. Anyway, what else have you
this
been
is a weird
drinking?
episode.
Anything else you drank? You got a lot of editing through here.
I really do. Well, I shared some of it with you earlier,
Ooh,
but the new Jim Beam single barrel.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Knob Creek that you shared with me the other day.
Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about that either. It was a 10.5-year Knob Creek single barrel pick from Kroger Wine and Spirits. But again, further proof that the Knob Creek single barrels are creeping back up in age, which is good.
Please.
Finally,
Just
we're getting there.
let's get it to just like 11 years
Yeah.
across the board. 12 years. And then a random 15. Come
Yeah.
on, people. Come on.
But I mean, just more 2XO. I've just been enjoying the heck out of 2XO, man.
That's the thing. I'm going to pair that up, but we talked about it, and it's like taking. And I was telling Mosick this, and he agreed. It's like a Ritz cracker that's kind of savory cracker, but with some chocolate and peanut butter on it. Mm-hmm. That 2XO just does all. It's so good. It's worth every bit of up to $150. No joke. Are we opening this thing too?
I opened it.
Okay. Davidson Reserve Tennessee Straight Sour Mash Whiskey.
You should tell the story behind this.
Okay. This is from Stones River Total Beverages in Tennessee. I got this in 2020 at a softball. I didn't buy this at a softball tournament. I was in Tennessee for a softball tournament for my daughter's travel ball. And I went to, obviously, Stones River. And they had a lot of good stuff. And they were like, you should really get this. So I got this, but I've never opened it. And so I gifted this to Don Nishida to take to the It's Bourbon Night meetup and say, hey, here's you a bottle for the hotel. And then take it to the meetup. Just finish it off. And then somehow
It didn't even get opened.
it didn't get opened. And it gets back to Perry. And now it's back in my hands. What? What kind of Matrix shit is this right now? And now we're opening it.
Yeah, so we're going to find out about that. While we're doing that, I think we need to talk about a couple of things that have been going on in the world of
news?
bourbon.
The news that happens
This week.
after we record every week.
Pretty much. I mean, we got done with recording, and it was almost immediately that we found out that there were two big mergers that happened this past week. One of them was, well, not mergers. It was kind of a being bought out scenario. But our friends at Wilderness Trail have been bought by Campari for $600 million.
Damn.
Now that is the
I don't know about
overall
this thing.
value I think it smells pretty good.
It's a little funky in a weird way.
Oh. Like cherry Coke syrup.
Yeah, like you got
Before it's been carbonated.
Yeah. This isn't good at all. Oh my gosh, the spice. Did I just drink pepper juice? Did I just drink water and pepper? What are we going to do with this?
We're gonna make cocktails with it.
Okay.
But not as like the main spirit. We're gonna use that as like a quarter of an ounce or a quarter of the whatever is actually being used as the spirit, because that's more like a spicy cherry syrup.
That's burning my tongue.
Yeah.
What is this?
Sucks.
Well, if you want a sample of a pepper juice, let me know. I'll sample it out to you.
Oh, it's bad.
Anyway, back to Wilderness Trail.
Anyway, so the $600 million is what the overall value of the distillery is being considered.
I think I value them at $1 bajillion. I think I think there's not a number you can put on Wilderness Trail.
Beautifully elegant. Yeah, that was really
Anyway.
well said. But so what Campari actually paid for the initial 70%? What? What? I've got to get through this. We have to talk about this.
I know, but the okay, what's the number?
The number that they paid for 70% of the distillery is $420 million.
420. Bourbon Swami.
I didn't even think about that.
It's so good.
But they are set up to acquire the remaining 30% in 2031. I'm not good with the numbers, but it is it is strange that they have now bought two bourbon distilleries that have the initials WT.
I think it makes sense because it's almost like they've outgrown that. Hey, this is my craft distillery, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
they're too good to just stay in that little bubble of like, hey, this is my favorite little craft distillery thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, they're beyond that. I want to see celebrities drinking their whiskey. I want to see all this. And I personally think everything's going to be okay. I know a lot of people are like, oh, shit. Here they go. They got bought it. I think it's going to be fine. I really think the team at Wilderness Trail is going to keep doing their stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to help them. And we always want to see our favorite stuff grow. I mean, we can't keep Wilderness Trail here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I completely agree.
I want to see them grow. I want to see more stuff. I'm happy for them. Yes, a little bit. You're like, oh no, they're going to take our stuff. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, it's impossible to ignore the fact that Campari has had an effect on Wilderness Trail. Excuse me, Wild Turkey.
WT, same thing.
Since they purchased them, because we have seen prices rise, we have seen kind of weird new products go onto the market since that time as well. But for the most part, I mean, they're still Wild Turkey.
Yeah, we still love Wild Turkey.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think that we are essentially going to see the heart and soul of the brand of Wilderness Trail disappear.
No.
Or anything. It's just, things might change a little bit, but that's just how it goes.
You got to be happy for that team at Wilderness Trail.
Yeah.
Like, that's huge.
That is, to me, a confidence booster.
Has to be.
You know, that somebody else is buying into what you are doing and the idea that you are going to be successful.
The people who bought Wild Turkey, have looked at you and said, "We want you on our team," and I think that's great. Now I'm ready for the WT collab. Make it happen.
I'm okay with that
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
For sure. Off the back of that, it's not the only purchase that has happened this week. Diageo has purchased Balcones.
You want my real thoughts on this?
I mean, go for it.
I'd say just take it away. Take it away. I don't want
What do you
any
mean,
Balcones.
like get rid of it?
Yeah, I don't want any of it.
I mean, they're not my favorite distillery.
Take everybody that works
for
for them and give them a good job. Make sure they're paid, and I don't want to see any Balcones.
far away from me.
I don't want to see any Balcones.
Dear God, please make me a bird so I can fly far, far away from here.
I've not had anything good from them.
Yeah. I'm just not a big fan of Diageo in general.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, they've not shown up and shown out in the way that I feel like they could have.
Yeah.
So fine. This is a topic of conversation that I think we need to pursue at a later date, but I keep getting asked about the potential for consolidation within bourbon. And like, are we on the path to where we are going to see 2 or 3 companies basically owning every distillery? Everything. And I mean, my thought is no. We're never going to get to that point because there is too much heritage and there's too many distilleries that feel like they need to hold on to what it is that makes them unique, that being bought out by somebody.
Yeah.
I just don't see that being within their game plan or their scope of possibility.
Right. I feel like most distillers, blenders, whoever, they don't want to be the sellout. Like, they don't want to be that. They understand the tradition. They understand all that. So,
yeah. So, we will see. Angel's Envy Cast Strength is now back on the market for 2022. It looks like it is going to be 118.8 proof. I think it might actually be 119.8 proof. $230 a bottle. 16,980 bottles available nationwide. Like everything else, finished in port wine barrels.
yes. Port wine barrels. I know.
There's a difference, right?
Yeah.
You know that.
I know that. I do.
This podcast has become so pointed and inside jokey. Yeah. Booker's 2203 Kentucky Tea Batch.
Tell me about it.
7 years old, 4 months and 14 days.
Over 7.
Over 7 again. 63.25. So we're looking at 126.5 proof.
What's like roundabout? What's the highest proof Bookers we've seen?
Oh, I have no idea. Probably
120
around
style.
that. Yeah,
We've never seen anything close to like hazmat or anything.
No, oh no. No, I don't think it's ever gotten above 130.
Gotcha.
$90 a bottle, limited release, out now. Third release for 2022. Now, I brought this up last week that I had gotten to try it, but the Old Ezra 7-year-old rye, Indiana straight rye, 114 proof, $80 a bottle. It's a blend of 2 ryes, one a 95% rye and the other 51% rye.
Huh. So it's I kind of like that.
Yeah. I don't mind that. It's a good way for people to approach their journey into rye whiskeys. Old Forester King Ranch Edition.
What? The truck? The Ford truck? King Ranch?
No, Texas's King Ranch.
Texas? Old Forester Texas Edition?
It's the largest ranch in the U.S. and the birthplace of American ranching.
Okay.
Looks like it is going to be 104 proof, $70 a bottle, but only in Tejas.
Okay.
Yeah. Couple of labels that we will go over as well before we get into this review. Actually, is there anything? Yeah, Nulu Weeded?
That's new?
That's new.
Thought we already tried that.
Nulu Weeded Straight Bourbon. This expression showcases how a straight wheated bourbon should taste. We look for sweet, spicy, and balanced profiles in this offering. Enjoy. 108 proof, according to the TTB label.
Put it in a water bottle.
This is a bit of a shock, but something that Stephen Beam over at the Yellowstone or Limestone Branch Distillery says he has a lot of faith in. An American single malt whiskey at 108 proof. Looks to be, I think it's over 4 years old, according to what I saw Stephen post. But I mean, I'm excited for it. I like Yellowstone. I like Limestone Branch. Okay. Well, Eric has given me nothing.
I just not had enough of it.
That's fair.
Like I've not had the big things that people rave about, so I don't have much to say about it.
That's okay. And also in mainstream media news, Breaking Bourbon has received samples of the antique collection. So anyway,
check out. Oh, they're good guys over there.
No, they are. They are great. I mean, I don't.
Here we go.
I don't despise like Fred or Chad and Sarah, or I'm sure Bourbon Pursuit's getting them too. But like, don't say they're mainstream media outlets.
They're bourbon outlets.
They're bourbon outlets.
Whiskey outlets.
And then deny us the antique collection samples.
There's steam coming off of us right now.
I can smell it.
Yeah. We're salty and we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We're going to let everybody know.
Anyway.
Barry's got to get back in the zen right now.
I really do. Like, I feel like I really screwed myself over by getting a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, we started off pre-frustrated. We got into a zone, and now we're frustrated again.
Yeah.
So let's take it back to the basics.
Bringing it back.
Let's bring it back to the stuff that everybody can get, the stuff that we enjoy, the stuff that just hasn't changed, and we don't want it to change.
Yeah. So, and this is actually, I don't really have a good place for that. I'll give that to you. Not only because we love this product, but this is in celebration of, and I've talked about them many, many times before, but as of recording, today is my good buddy Billy's birthday. I believe he would have been 33 today.
I remember you saying he was a few years older than you.
Yeah. Not by much, but a little bit so. And I talked about it before many times, but we bonded over Knob Creek Small Batch. One of the first trips that we ever took together, when we were playing in the same band, we got a little 375 of Knob Creek Small Batch, and we sat out back at our Airbnb in Nashville, Tennessee, and we drank the whole daggum thing.
Were you legal at this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I just got sent a picture of a Knob Creek 18.
How? What?
Just don't worry about it. It's fine.
No, like just the coincidence. Like
Yeah.
talking about Knob Creek.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Just
okay.
just how it goes today. I mean, I'm going to be drinking Knob Creek the rest of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly. So yeah, we are going to review America, the 100 proof small batch. Now, this is an older release of the 9-year-old. There was that period where they were non-age stated, but the good news is that age statement has returned.
It has.
So it's not going to be exactly the same thing that we would have gotten or that we would get now.
I think the one thing I like is they've stayed constant. Like there's never been a time. I actually had this at the airport before we went to Disney in my favorite airport drink, which is a diet and bourbon, and they usually pour like 5 shots in it. And I said, "Give me the Knob Creek over there." They had like 3 things, and I was like, "I don't want the Woodford Reserve. Try this Woodford; it's really good." No, listen, I want the Knob Creek, okay?
Please, for the love of God, just listen to me.
So I had Knob Creek and diet before we went on the plane. Man, it just. It just smells so good. It smells better than some of the younger Knob Creek picks that I've had.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you have to think too. This is a crafted 9-year-old product.
9 years old. Like, there's just not too many things that you can get that are close to 10 years.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, it. If you are looking for a baseline,
Yeah. You know what it smells like?
Go ahead.
Cowtail. And if you've never had a cowtail,
Yeah, it doesn't not smell like cowtail
this
for sure.
powdered sugar, weird candy thing. Like, it's so good. I'm sorry I interrupted you a second ago.
Nah, it's fine. I don't even know what I was saying at that point.
The fact that we could have all the stuff we've had before, 20-year-old Pappy, MGP that tastes like it's double its age, Widow Jane, this, and then we come to a 9-year-old bourbon straight off the shelf, no picks, nothing like that, and we can set the glass down and just look back and be like, this is good. That's a statement in itself. You know what I mean? Like, it's just good.
Yeah. It does make me reminiscent, or it makes me feel nostalgic, I guess.
Well, because I think it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Like, they've kept it this constant flavor, this profile
And you know,
for so long.
this is not to say that, you know, we haven't had some of the other bottles of the quote unquote new 9-year small batch, because we've tried it since they've gone through all the transitions. But I mean, this is just a special bottle, man.
Yeah.
I'm I don't know. I'm very fortunate to have this as a special place in my drinking history, or my bourbon journey, I suppose.
And I also feel like there's probably some people listening that have only had picks of Knob Creek, and they've never actually went and bought a bottle of Knob Creek straight off the shelf. Not the single barrel, but the small batch.
Yeah.
And this should be on your bar. This should be in your shelf. Like, this should be a go-to when you're not bringing out something special. Like, I'm not saying this isn't special. It's a great bottle. But when you're not doing a pick, when you're not bringing out that top shelf thing, like, have some Knob Creek small batch.
Yeah.
It's so good. I could pair this with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich all day.
It's making me hungry.
A peanut butter and jelly sandwich on wheat with this, maybe a side of bacon, would be so good. Mm-hmm. It's just solid. Like it
really is.
It's hard not to just give this so much praise.
$40 a bottle.
$40 for a 9-year-old.
That's a steal,
Yeah.
especially right now.
Yeah, I can't even afford a Happy Meal. Happy Meals are more expensive.
Well, adult Happy Meals are.
Yeah, but I got the Happy Meal that had the little trick or treat bowls.
Oh yeah.
And they were like 50% the size of what they used to be.
Yeah.
So that's another conversation. Man, this is good. I love this bottle.
I do too. I mean, this is one of those that, like, in line with Turkey 101 and Elijah Craig, and I mean, any of the other bottles that I have high praise for, especially in the category of something that should be respected for essentially being a value
Yeah.
bottle or a value pour. I mean, this definitely falls under that umbrella.
Yeah.
Nose, palate, finish, and price is our review system. Each category is out of 5. Final score is out of 20. Nose, what are you thinking, man?
4.
I'm going 3.5, and my reasoning is that I think that while this is really good, I like the single barrel nose a little bit better because it is higher proof and
Yeah,
it does
I get
pack
that.
more of a
That's fine.
punch. But I mean, this is still absolutely fantastic. I will say too, this is one of the more consistent bourbons from start to finish that I have in my repertoire for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's always good. I'm giving it a 4 just because it smells better than some of the single barrels I've had.
Palate, I am also giving it a 3.5.
I'm going to go a 3.5 because I do like the nose on this just slightly better than the palate. But 3.5 is still...
No, I think it's consistent between the two. I think finish is where this goes a little bit weaker, but not so much that I'm not enjoying it. I'm actually giving it a 3.
Okay. I gave it a 2.5 because when I compare it to the single barrel, I think that's the difference. The finish is the difference from the proof, the age, if you've had an older one and stuff like that. So yeah, I think the finish is just, that's the weakest point for me.
Sure. Well, at $40 a bottle, though, for the quality of this, especially at 9 years old, I can't complain about this price. I mean, I'm even at the point where I, have to kind of debate: do I want to pick this up or do I want to pick up Turkey 101 or a Bottled and Bond or whatever? But the fact that I feel like the value is there, even though the actual experience is not perfect. I mean, the price is a 5 for me, man.
Same.
Yeah.
I gave it a 5. I think it's one of those things that it's just like a 9-year-old Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah.
That delivers, and it's under $75 right now. I mean, that's hard to beat.
Well under $75.
Everything I feel like is getting to be like I said it last time. I mean, My Daily Bourbon texts me about it. Blah, blah, blah. But like everything is creeping up to that $100 mark. You know what I mean? Like everything.
Yeah.
And if I just stopped getting special releases, picks, and all that, I could live and be happy with a bourbon like this.
Yeah.
Turkey, like you said, Turkey 101, this, Elijah Craig 94 proof, whatever. But yeah, the price, 5. It's 5. I gave it a 15. 15 out of 20.
Same here.
Damn.
Yeah.
There you go.
Consistency.
Tim Bip. Stamp of approval.
Heck of a
Where's that
recommend.
trophy?
Oh, shoot. Knob Creek Small Batch. There you are. You're the best.
You're the best.
You're this week's best.
This week's best bourbon ever.
This week's best bourbon.
God, I love it. I love it so much.
Just the only reason that I like have complaints is that I like higher proof stuff or something with a little bit more age
I think
on
the
it.
I think the finish is the weakest point.
Yeah.
I think that just is because of the proof.
Yeah. Tips and bits?
Tips and bits.
I don't have any high proof hot takes.
High proof hot takes. I don't really have any. Just
Yeah. Good vibes. Let's try to keep up the good vibes.
I just want to drink out of this. No, you got to.
Well, I did it before.
No, you got to today. This is a special day for you.
Okay. Well, you have to as well.
Okay. Drinking out the best
That's for
for Billy.
I guess it's for Billy. Yeah. Man, y'all would have been very fast friends. You would have gotten along so well.
Knob Creek.
It tastes like paint, right?
I think it cuts through it, and you don't
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah. Enough, regardless. Yeah, tips and bits.
Tips and bits. What you got? You tell me.
I have not really
You've been busy.
I've not been as adventurous with my entertainment recently. But I have I've had a song stuck in my head over the past week.
It's me. Hi.
No,
Okay.
it's Brooks and Dunn's Neon Moon.
Bricks and Dunn.
Yeah.
Sing it.
Don't do that to me.
I had to.
I can't do that on
Why has
cue.
this song been stuck in your head?
I don't know.
What?
When
When did you hear it and it got in your head?
I heard I can't even remember exactly, but like in passing I heard somebody sing it. And I was like, "Oh, that's a great song." And so I went and I've just been listening to it like I even know how to play it now too. And I'm still kind of learning the lyrics and whatnot.
Let me ask you this.
But okay.
When you hear a song either from that you've heard before, but it's something that just hits you, how many times in a row do you listen to it? Because I do the same thing.
Like 5 times.
5? At least 5.
Yeah, at
And
least.
like a 3 to 4 minute song, at least.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm like 5 to like 8 times. Like,
Yeah.
I just keep hitting repeat and repeat and repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just weird that way, man.
I mean, I do the same thing. Like, when you said that, it made me, I was listening to a Bayside song the other day
Nice.
that they have a new, like an EP out, but I listened to one of their old songs and I was like, I can't stop listening to this. I listened to it like 10 times in a row
Yeah.
just because it was like, I haven't heard this in so long. So, anyway, back to Brooks and
Yeah.
Dunn.
So Neon Moon.
Neon Moon.
Just a great song. I mean, it's one of those songs that I wish I had written. Which I like. I don't even know if that means that it's like one of my favorite songs of all time, but it is definitely something that I feel like having it in the back of my mind, or something that I definitely like. You know, because I'm still assuming that eventually I'm going to get back to playing music
Yeah.
regularly. it's something that I want to kind of have in my repertoire. But here's the thing. Neon Moon and Friends in Low Places are the same key.
Friends, yeah.
Yeah, but so my brain does this thing where it like flips back and forth between the two.
Okay.
So I kind of want to do some weird mashup with the both of them,
Please.
which would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But regardless, Brooks and Dunn apparently is my tips and bits for this
I
week.
love it.
What a weird thing for me to recommend.
I'll be honest, like, I hate country music, but I say that as I hate modern country music.
Yeah, but
I grew up listening to Tim McGraw and Brooks and Dunn,
yeah,
Alan Jackson and stuff like that. I still like those songs. I think new country, though, sucks.
well, it's not even the same
Yeah.
as it was. Anyway,
Anyway.
yeah, that and Boot Scoot and Boogie.
Boot, scoot, boogie. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Bringing back the memories.
Anyway, what do you have to recommend this week?
Oh, boy. Did I talk about Chainsaw Man?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of things that Halloween ends. A fucking mistake. I'm not even talking about that. Because I finally got to watch it after Halloween and it's not good. Been listening to a lot of podcasts. Stiff Socks podcast is still going strong. This is all stuff I said before, but I'm just saying keep watching it. Theo Vaughn, great stuff. Two Bears, One Cave, great stuff. Bert Kreischer. One thing I will say is watch Andor, and when Perry gets caught up on it, I want to do a full tips and bits on Andor. I just think it's one of my favorite Star Wars shows right now because it's so non-Star Wars, and it's taking elements of other dramas and action shows and stuff and putting it into the Star Wars world.
Right.
So, yeah, get caught up on Andor, and then we'll get back to you later.
Yeah.
So,
Is that it?
I'm coming home.
All right. Well, let the
Coming
people know.
home. You ever heard Dallas Green?
Yeah.
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 Coming
Anyway.
home.
Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode or I guess maybe viewing it too.
I hope so.
On
I hope
YouTube?
they're watching us right now.
If you're watching it.
I put the anti-wrinkle stuff under my eyes when I come to record.
You're very red right now, though.
Am I?
Like very magenta.
Magenta?
Yeah, look.
Magnificent? I think it's... I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
we'll try to fix it in post.
If you want to get red, go to patreon.com. For as little as $1 a month, you can subscribe to the show. And at $5, you get all the bonus content. New season of Simply Irresistible
Next week.
starts next week. We try to... The 1,000 samples that I see just looking around Perry's studio right now.
So many.
We start going through those. And it just helps. It helps to keep the internet going, to keep the lights going, keep things going. If you want to send us an email, you can send an email to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. Comment, pairing suggestion, pairing request, review request, whatever. Just send us an email. If you want to go get apparel, it's bourbonshop.threadless.com. Perry put some new designs up there. If you want to get some Whiskey Mutant merch, it's whiskeymutant.myshopify.com. Not SM. I keep doing the Papa John's code.
SM25. Yeah.
Yeah. WM25 for 25% off your Whiskey Mutant gear. If you want to leave a bell ring segment, 859-428-8253. Call it. Leave a message. We'll play it on the air. We'll reply to you.
We have a barrel rings.
Oh, damn.
I forgot about it.
All right. Well, as Perry gets that pulled up, if you want to follow us on all social media at My Bourbon Pod. Everything. Just search that. If you want to follow Perry, it's PRitter1792. If you want to follow me, at Whiskey Mutant on Instagram, TikTok. If you want to go to YouTube, this is My Bourbon Podcast on YouTube. Perry goes live every Thursday night at 8. And as we're recording, we're making a video version of this. You can watch it on YouTube. If you're just listening, you say, I want to see them sweet faces. Go to YouTube. You can watch this episode. And then just leave a review. 5-star or 1-star, we don't care. We'll read it out. And that's it. Tell people about us. But bell rings right now.
Yeah.
This is your easiest way to get on the show.
Gentlemen, this is Bill.
Bill.
I am watching you live with this old-fashioned episode that you got going on. I am 3 sheets to the wind. This happens when I hang out with my friends, and that's all right because y'all love me. So y'all
That's
keep
true.
up the good work. I am itching and waiting for Timbip Weekend 2023. And, yeah. Don't forget to donate. All right, boys. Have a good one.
He's itching.
I mean, he's not wrong though.
He's got
I
an
am
itch.
too.
We started talking about this last
I
week.
need an ointment.
Yeah. I need a Timbip ointment.
Yeah, exactly.
Freaking like
Soon,
not over
though.
the counter.
Soon though. We're gonna-
Special. You got to go. You got to be special to get this ointment. Special. Right under there.
We'll see y'all next week.
Ointment.
Thank you so much for watching and listening and subscribing and clicking that bell and all those good things. Until next week, I'm Perry,
I'm Eric.
and this is
What?
My Bourbon Podcast.